Now, the pattern that is most often used is going to be I, because I repeats itself every 4 times. Is it's still kind of this whole thing with the remainder theorem is still kind of plays off of that in a manner. But what it is that we now need to use the decimal digit or the remainders of these sets to help determine where we're going to end up. Now, the pattern that is most often used is going to be I, because I repeats itself every 4 times. So I1, I2, I3, I4. And here's the thing that's true about any sort of multiple is that the moment that you get back to 1, it starts repeating itself. And so now that's going to be equal to I5, I6, I7, I8, and all the numbers that multiply and repeat after there. So I to the first is your square root of -1, and so when you square that, that's your -1. Once you get to the third one, it becomes a negative I, which is also just a negative square root of -1, okay? And so once you hit this, then it repeats, and it continues to repeat itself, etc., right? And so they'll say something like I to the 55. You want to take a quick guess real quick what I to the 55 would give me? Out of this entire setup, where would it end up? And how would you find that? Okay, so what is it? Divided by 4, remainder what? Okay, so is it, which one is it? Very good. Okay, and how you look at that is you have this. That makes sense? So it's 1, 2, 3. Now, a common mistake I want to point out is that sometimes when you get to the whole round number with 0 remainders, a big mistake is going back to the very beginning. So I've seen kids where it's like I to the 16, and it should be this one. But because they think remainder is 0, they think I start at the beginning, which is wrong. This is a remainder 1, which is a 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, and then the 0.0. The whole one is the last one, not the beginning. Okay? Now, understand that this type of problem is not only going to be I, it can be, like I showed you, 7 times 7 times 7, only using that units digit. Anytime we continue to multiply by any sort of base exponent type of thing, it can repeat. Another one that's a little sillier, it does show up here and there, is where you would have something like the fish or the hamster from class being brought home. There's 7 different kids, you know, Johnny, Davis, Betsy, blah 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 blah, all the way 7 kids, and then 1 week blank of school, who takes the animal, the class pet home? Okay, same concept. Break it down, and here's the thing: if you're confused, draw this quick chart out, you'll be fine. That's all it is. All right. But a lot of kids forget about this situation, and then they kind of make a guess as to where it goes to, and that's usually where you find your errors.